Are you wondering? I have multiple costs on my table. The numbers are all over the place. This contract one's 100,000. This one's 80,000. This is 150. This is 200,000. Which one should I pick? If that's what you're wondering, and if you're thinking, should I go the one is 150 or 100? Because I think the 80,000 doesn't know. Seems like doesn't know what he's doing. The 200,000, I think he's overcharging. 150, 100 seems about right. Maybe I should ask 150 to come to 125. That way you're a mirror. If that's what you're thinking, in this video I'm gonna address exactly how to compare numbers and also why you should compare apples to apples. And even though the numbers are gonna be different, plenty of reason why. Okay, for you to compare apples to apples, you need to have full understanding of what the scope of work is gonna look like. For example, you need to have a full understanding of if it's going to be permit application, what's going to be cost to do that, depending on the size and the scope of work of your home. That will include an idea of the cost for that permit, an idea of the cost, the time involved to make that happen. For this home is in addition, it's 7,150 in Summit. Alright, next one is going to be if it's cool to understand what it look like, so nobody can come and kind of bullshit you saying that they go into the permits and the permit was never was pulled. The permit should look like this. New Jersey Division of Customer Affairs rules NJAC 13-45A. That's the file number, I think. Alright, and then when it's approved, it should look something like this. Approval for plumbing, there should be approval for the electric, approval for building, approval for the insulation, before you can cover the walls. And then they will come back again to make sure everything is 100%. So it's super important. Alright, now with us then you can compare numbers. Not yet, right? Now you gotta understand if you're gonna have to prep the job site, you're gonna be living in the house or not. And then you gotta be the job site preparation and protection. How long it's gonna be, how much that's gonna be involved. Then do you need a path rental for your project? It should be in your budget. Then the demolition phase. How much demolition should look like? How many dumpsters gonna need? So right here, can we do the full picture of all the demo? It's 10,500. Now you can compare excavation, foundation, footings, concrete, you name it. I'm just breaking it down easy right here. And it's a structural wall, then it's framing, then it's a roof, then it's material for the roof, labor, windows, right here, everything. With this document now you can compare apples to apples. What that look like it is, for example, insulation. What's the type of insulation? For example, let's see, drywall and insulation. Here is the bathroom tile work. Okay, insulation. So this is what the insulation look like. This drywall insulation for full home. Okay, what type of insulation they're gonna be using. So now you can compare apples to apples. And then if somebody's giving you the same insulation, the same work, and the insulation is for this company is 30,000 and for this company is 15,000, that's a question. What he's missing and why his costs are double, right? But at least you can compare apples to apples now. You can see. But if somebody say 200, one say 100, if you don't have nothing to compare, what you comparing? So you comparing ideas, whatever he has in mind, to an idea. So I think you need to understand the scope of work. Now when it comes to the bathroom, you can really go crazy as deep like this. Floor tile, how many square do you need? What's the cost per square foot? How much that adds up? In this case, that's how we build the budget. Then finish selections, faucets, what's the cost? And then probably I will even have a link that you can double check the pricing. See right there, here's the number, here's the pricing. So all of those things should be transparent. Now, be transparent right here. I'm gonna tell you, we mark up 10% of the cost of the product, and the reason for that we do is we don't buy things from them and resell it to you. No, we manage the entire process of getting from the supplier, installing, make sure the warranty is covered, like whole thing. We manage the entire project, and Remember, as a business, we need expenses to cover. The team in the office, my own time. So the little percent, the 10%, they help us to run the business and make sure you have the best service possible with the entire product. We handle the delivery, we handle everything. So then you really understand what your bathroom look like. Also, if you don't have a render like this, what the bathroom look like, you're comparing ideas. You're not comparing apples to apples. Now, what I hear in the past is that I was hoping he's gonna do this, but instead of he just did this. So to make sure that won't happen to you, compare apples to apples. Now, even though they know you can get to this level of details, the number is gonna be different. The reason why is every company has different numbers to run. Every company has different overheads, different costs for their marketing, for the team in the office. If my company compares with the big companies, they are running a huge office, have multiple people in the staff, they have, way bigger. Their cost is going to be way higher than mine because they are bigger overhead to cover. They have to charge a little more to cover more expenses. So that's how usually then you can understand numbers. Now, if you compare our company with somebody starting today, or like I was starting 7 years ago, when I was doing the actual work, I had nobody in the office. I only was me and my partner working together. Then my cost probably was different than now. The reason for that is I didn't have no overhead. I mean, I didn't have numbers first thing, then I didn't have no overhead. So I was doing the paperwork, I was doing that, but I did not have the service I have right now. I couldn't do a render. I could not do budgeting like this. It will be more like, hey, Mr. Smith, I can do your bathroom for 10,000, 15,000, but I need you to give me all the finished material. You go choose, you go pick, you go design, you give me the thing, you tell me how you want it, I'll install it the way you want it. I didn't have the service that I have right now. Like I can have a clear, transparent process from start to finish. So all of those little things, the extras that help you understand, make sure you receive what you want, it adds up the cost. But at the same time, at the end, you don't end up saying that, oh, I was hoping to gonna look like that. With this, you know what you like, you know what to spend, you know what's gonna look like. Now, if you are somebody that you have a lot of time extra that you can spend going to Home Depot, going to tile supplies, going to lumber yards, going to anybody to shop around, get some ideas, design yourself. You can go home and get some apps from online, maybe use AI and gonna redesign your space. You have all of that time, then probably you don't need company like me. You may need company like a one-man show, because you're gonna be designing, you're gonna be project managing, you're gonna be ordering the material, you're gonna be doing basically all the heavy lifting. But if your time is more costly than my time, then probably you need company like ours. We will free up your time, so you know you can go take your time, invest in what's better for you, where you can make double the money than saving and doing all the heavy lifting, looking for products, getting the quality, to understand numbers, all of those things. So I hope I give that understanding. I hope I was able to clarify that process. But that's how you can compare apples to apples. Now you can get to pick what is the most beneficial for you, and also you get to compare the right product with the right product, not ideas. So thank you so much for giving 9 minutes of your time. I asked for 5, but I took 9 of yours, and I hope I will be able to provide some value. You take care. Hasta la pasta. Ciao.